Hello, you guys. Hello, once again. This is my second video today. Today is March the 25th, 2019. It's just in case you didn't listen to the other video I posted. But I'm letting you know right now, the wind is blowing. Well, the fan is on. That's why my hair is kind of flying a little bit. You see it kind of moving and stuff. So, but just letting you know. And for those that do know me, I had a fan on because, like I said earlier, I'm getting younger. And I get a little hot. Okay? But anyway, back to the video. Okay? I had wanted to as I was talking on the other video, and it was getting close to ending that one. God had dropped something else in my spirit, and I didn't, like, okay, maybe this is the second video for today, and I didn't want to add it onto that one because it may take long, make it longer. But anyway, so as I was preparing for this video, it's a poem. I don't know who wrote it. Look it up. It is not by me. Okay, I'm letting you know. Some of you may have heard of this. This poem is called "Don't Quit." And if I'm not wrong, I think really the first time I actually heard this poem was when I was in school. It might was in elementary, probably in high school, middle school. I don't know, remember, but never forgot it. Thank you, Jesus. And it's I don't know it by heart, but it's called "Don't Quit." Okay. I guess I'm okay about reading this because, like I said, it's not by me. I didn't write it or anything like that. So it's been out through some years. Okay. I know over 20 some years. Okay. And I'm saying that because my daughter's 29. So I know it was before then. So anyway, the title is called "Don't Quit." Okay. I'm reading. It says, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trotting seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. I like that. I like that. And I pray that you like it as well. Uh, it's a lot to me in this poem that hits home, hits me. And and the thing is that not just me. I can speak for myself. Okay, I'm speak for myself, and I may be speaking for others. Uh, an incident with me had happened about a month ago, and I was okay, but not okay. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, you know how I say sometimes um, if you hit something, sometimes if you hit something and at that time, it bumped, You're like, I'm all right. But then as the time, goes on, eventually, like, shoot, that did kind of hurt. That much, you know, it didn't hurt that much then, but now it's hurting. And and you're aching and, oh man, and stuff like this. I'm just giving an example. And so, I was okay. I was okay, but I wasn't okay. And as the times passed, and for those that um, know, um, for those that don't know, uh, I have been I was diagnosed with mental health issues, mental illness. Some people, certain way people don't like, the stigma word or whatever. But I was diagnosed with a mental health issue in 2014, and so excuse me, and so the one of the things, well, with anxiety and depression, okay, and so um, and I started noticing, and I thank God, I thank God when knowing my triggers, being aware of my triggers, and um, noticing my symptoms. You know, I have awareness of when things seem to be acting, start acting up. You know, then get to the point where it's uh, really getting kind of rough. So I thank God that I thank God for that knowledge. Okay, thank you. So, but anyway, and so my the anxiety and the depression has been kind of up lately, and so and I was listening to one time I was listening to Lisa Nichols. She's a motivational speaker. I like listening to her. Excuse me. And so I was listening to her one time, one day, and I can't think of the name of the title of the thing she was talking about that day. And but when she mentioned saying something about being frozen, even though I couldn't think of the name, sometimes just one word can describe how you feel. Like that's hmm, frozen. And it was some other things that she said with it, but as she was talking about being frozen, then she gave her testimony about when something had happened to her, and and it hit her. It hit her, and she was trying to hide it from her son. And so she was saying um, about how, you know, her regular thing was when she came home, she greet her son and talk to him, stuff like that. But this particular time, she called herself trying to get up to her room and try to, clear her face up, try to keep, because she had been crying. And so she was trying to clear herself up because, her face up, and she didn't want her son to see her like that. But our kids, our kids knows us, okay? So she was saying about how she was trying to do all that, and then all of a sudden she looked, her son was like, "Mom, you okay?" Like that. So, us parents, we try to, "Mom, I'm all right." Excuse me, I'm laughing. Yeah, that's how we do. And that, and that's what you call herself trying to do. Like, I'm all right, like that. She was trying to hide and try to say, I'm all right. But our kid know. And so when she was talking about that with her son, and her son knew. And so, and I don't know, did she turn around or did he come around and face her or whatever? And he was like, Mom was wrong, like that. And she couldn't hold it. Okay, she couldn't hold that. She tried to, and the only thing instead of her trying to say nothing, she couldn't say nothing. I probably as soon as she tried to open up, try to even put it in her, let it come out of her mouth, and burst of tears and crying and came out, boo-hooing like a baby. Okay. And so just said, she said her son picked her up, laid her in her bed, and said, Mama, you lay here and rest, and you take all that you need, everything that, do what you need to do, and don't get up until you feel better, like that. And I'm just crying. I'm crying with her because I can kind of relate. I can relate, even though neither one of my kids. I'm laughing. But at the time, I was thinking about my son because I do have a son, and he's taller than me and my daughter. Okay, but my son hadn't picked me up. Thank you, Jesus, because I do want some babies later on when you get married and stuff. So okay, anyway, but try to put a little joke in there. But anyway, and it kind of reminded me of my son, and it really, and my daughter too, So, but anyway, and she was giving, talking about that, and and she was like, um, her son was there for her, you know, and she said it took her a year to really to get back up on her feet, to get back, you know, and not saying, she wasn't saying that, it should take you a year, whatever, nobody know how long it take, for you to recover or get back on your feet when, life just seemed like it knocked the wind out you, And so, but anyway, I was listening to her and talking about that, and then just to my being frozen. And like I said, I just started crying. And I felt that that's where I am. That's where I felt like that was me. And and I started crying and I started praying. Um, I started praying and talking to God and everything, and because a lot of times, for me, I I don't want to be bothering nobody else. I don't want to tell nobody, like that, and try to portray I'm fine, I'm good, I'm nothing wrong with me, and then you know you say you may say, well, I'm not good, you know. And then even with that, you like, well, I don't want to keep saying that I'm not good because people gonna get tired of me. All that kind of stuff. Is you gonna ever get better? Things like that. Raising thoughts, okay. And so, um, and I have been anxious and depressed. Um, needing to go to sleep when I should. Um, but I'm guilty because I have not been taking my meds at the time I should, so I can go ahead and carry my behind on to sleep so I can get the rest that I need. And so the thought of being frozen where with me it's like in a state of shock. It's like you know what happened, but you don't believe it. It, you know, this, but it actually happened. I'm afraid of that next move, that fear, being stagnated, being frozen, and that was one that was a great deal of fear. Me even going back into the workforce, that was the greatest fear I had. Trying to get back to, getting back into working, and the fear of how long I'm going to be able to do it, and how long, and stuff like that. And so all that, going through my mind, and and so if for those that understand what I'm saying, when the racing thoughts just constantly going, then all of a sudden you seem like you're okay. You have like a boost of energy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And if it seems like if you do just one thing, it like it zap everything from you. And that's if you do just one thing. I'm just saying, even if I decide to go in there, I'm finna wash the dishes. I go in there, make the dishwater, put the dishes in the sink, and mentally, I'm tired, drained, and then it feel like it's physically like I'm drained. Like I done did a whole bunch, but all I did was make the dishwater and put the dishes in the dishes. And then it's not a lot of dishes. And then I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna get to it. So I sit down, end up getting into, well, I'm just gonna watch a little TV, or I'm just going to listen to a few videos. Kind of, let me go over there and watch this. Then I get so caught up into watching the video, doing this, doing the cup, all that kind of stuff. And the next thing you know, I look at, I go in the kitchen, look in there, I'm like, oh God, let's brand the water to get cold. Uh, and then it end up, time, I'm gonna let the water out instead of letting the water sit there and get stinking. Then, okay, things like that. And so that, you know, just thinking of that that poem they were saying, don't quit. And about self care and things, stuff like that. Because I'm guilty that a lot of times I don't do my self care as I should. And it's a learning process. I'm still learning. Because I think, sometimes, think back and say, I wish I should have did this, but wish I could have did, wish I could have, would have, and all that stuff. The past is the past, and the thing is moving forward. Even though, yeah, for my self care, yeah, I need to rest. I need to rest. I need to breathe. Get myself in the proper state, mentally, mentally, physically, spiritually, so I can move forward. And um, try not to beat myself up in doing that. It's not easy. It's not easy. Um, when life still goes on and you needing to do what you need to do, and it has been hard for me, but I thank God that He is helping me. He's helping because thinking how things used to be years ago, I'm more aware of things. I have, I do have support in me and you using my support system, doing my wellness recovery action plan, which I supposed to be doing some adjustments on that and implementing more into my daily activities. So even though, yes, things would things will happen. Yes, you need to take a breather. Long as you know, long as we feel or believe that we need to do, but do the necessary things that we need to do, then allow God to help us to get back on track, to help us to get back on the road and moving forward. And as you move forward, not only you're getting stronger, um, you know, you're you're able to be that witness and give an encourager to someone else, either by the way you live your life, the way you testify, share your story, and being, being honest with yourself and being honest with others. And um, it will get better. It will and it shall get better. Um, just hold tight. You fall, dust yourself off, patch up the scar or wound or something. Sometimes you feel like the bone sticking out. I'm putting it in you're like, woo wee, it ain't just no bump. Man, my knee and popped out the socket. Okay. I'm just using an example, but Lord knows I pray to Lord Jesus. I don't never had to want to experience that. But in life we feel like like everything that popped out of whack, you know. So but it does get better and it makes us stronger. It makes us stronger more than we think that we are. We're strong. We're living day by day, moment by moment. encourage you to pray, read God's word, talk to him, allow him to talk to you. I know that would help me, because I know if it had not been for God, he know where I would be. And I'm not the only one. I know it's many of us. But you all be blessed in Jesus' name. So, don't give up, people. Let us not give up. Let's stay in the race. We may fall off, may get bruised and bumped along the way and stuff like that. Let us get back up. And when you see your brother or sister feel like they can't get back up, even if it's just being a listening ear, encourage them, or just be that listening ear for them. So you all be blessed in Jesus' name. And you all talk to you guys later.